My name is Alexandra Godwin and this is my first post on YouTube. The post that hurts the most, is how Moon would probably say. This is a festival look. It is the Space Grunge Glitter Cry. Okay, so because you've probably been up all night partying and drinking, then your skin is going to be parched, and I would probably recommend being a bit lazy and creating a good base for your makeup using the Hydra Veil by Illamasqua, which is this one. They've just brought out a new one specifically for matte skin as well, which might be up your street. Now I've already put mine on. It takes a couple of seconds to dry. Everyone knows how to contour, but this is going to be a really cat-candid contour because, again, you're not going to really want to sit there like Kim Kardashian with your banana yellow and your white highlighter. So I'm going to use the Rich Liquid from Illamasqua, which is one of my favourite super strong foundations. I'm literally just putting some on the back of my hand there, and then I'm gonna go and cover up my eye bags. If that's really bad and you're super tired, you can use a colour corrector first. So for example, my favourite one is Androgen Cream Pigment by Illamasqua again, and literally just little finger under the eye area. It's a kind of peachy colour that counteracts all of the grey and the blue and is good for tired mornings. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with my Real Techniques brush. A lot of people use this one for blusher, but I'm gonna use it for foundation, and I'm just gonna go all the way around my eyes and just block in some highlight. Okay, and I'm gonna go under the chin, around the nose, any little red areas, top of the eyebrows. Okay, and for foundation, I'm gonna use the Illamasqua Skin Base, which we're all super familiar with, of course. They've just brought out a mixer colour. It's a choice of 4 that you get with your Skin Base. Skin Base is really good for buildable coverage, so you can be pretty slapdash with it. It doesn't matter if you put on too much or you can't be bothered to blend it. Okay, so I've literally just put a tiny bit of the white on the back of my hand with the Skin Base foundation, and again I'm going in and I'm using the exact same brush, mixing them together on the back of my hand and just going over in circular motions over my whole face. Okay, so next I'm gonna do waterproofing that foundation. Basically translucent powder, whatever you fancy, but I like using the Derma fixing powder from Charles Fox London. You can use a translucent powder, any one you want. The waterproof one here is actually really good because you might get rained on, you're going to be crying at some point because you will have lost your friends, or you will have run out of alcohol, or you've just had a traumatic experience in the Portaloos. And I'm using a L'Oreal Paris Rose Radieux, this one here. It's just a little kind of planetary print cheek blush. I'm going in with my contour brush by Illamasqua again, this one here, and I'm just gonna go on the highlight of my cheekbones, basically where the light is gonna hit your face. Let's see there. Chin, bridge of the nose, top of the Cupid's bow, and again on the brow bone here in circular motions. We all know how to highlight and contour by now. And then I'm gonna go in with a bronzer. This is a little Benefit dupe, I think. And I'm just gonna go along the underside of my cheekbone here and just keep blending up towards my temples. You'll probably be using less furious movements than me if you want to be more precise, but it's just because I'm so used to doing this every day. Okay, so there you go, cheekbones. And then to add a bit of colour to that, I'm just going to use a little blusher. In this case, I'm going to use the Lace palette by Sleek, which is a trio of colours. And just gonna go over my cheekbone lines to get a little bit of a blushed colour, which matches my bikini top that I've got on for partying later in the crowds. Okay, so eyebrows are a really particular thing. Without mine, you might notice that I look a little bit anemic. Depends how strong you want your brow game to be for a festival. It's quite fun to do a coloured brow. Obviously, as you can see, I have green hair anyway, so I'm gonna do a green and grey ombre brow. The Anastasia Beverly Hills palette is really popular at the moment, or the eyebrow cakes from Illamasqua, but clear mascara just to keep those unruly owl eyebrows in place. And then I'm gonna use the Illamasqua eyeshadow in Burst, which is this one here, which is a kind of teal green. And if you, as you can see, I've used this already with water for a stronger look, more of a paste. You can just mix it up. This is how to do an ombre eyebrow. So the outer corners of my eyebrow arch with the green. And if you were doing a more low-key one, let's say if you were a brunette, you could use a dark chocolate colour and then fade it into a lighter kind of fawny brown in the centre, just for a bit less of a dramatic look. Or if you want to do a black monobrow, I'm sure that that would be the next big thing this season. Cool, so I've done a little green kick here, just following the natural lines of my own eyebrow arch. Okay, and then I'm gonna go over with the Illamasqua eyebrow cake in Motto, which is, again, you can use it with water, but I'm just gonna go in the center here with the grey and just little feathery movements to blend it in towards the outside there. What a difference that makes. The first thing that I would do with eyes is apply an eyeshadow primer, and I know you're probably all familiar with them and you have your favourite ones pegged already. I've just ordered the Lime Crime Waterproof eyeshadow primer because I've heard a lot of raves about that and seen a lot of amazing tutorials, but right now I'm just going to use the Urban Decay Anti-Aging Eyeshadow Primer, which is my go-to product. So tiny bit of product, and you know the drill, patting it on the eyes. You just want that tacky surface so the eyeshadow will stick longer and not crease up in the lids. Pigment will look brighter. I think I'm gonna use this new palette that I got today, which is the Sleek Eye Divine Neon palette. Super matte, super bright, and there you go, we're all familiar with it. So because I'm wearing pink colours, I'm probably just going to use this one here to go all over my eye socket line. And again, try and use as few brushes as possible. That's the aim of the game when you're away or on holiday, so you don't have to pack quite so much. So I'm just going all over the lid there with the kind of pastel pink. This is the Cat Candid Festival technique. You'll probably have a tiny mirror in one hand and not much time in the other. Then I'm going to use the white, which is here. Just again, same brush, inside corners to create a highlight, make your eyes pop a little bit more, really make that bloodshot colour pronounced. Underneath, this is the fun bit. I think I'm gonna use, again, the glitter I'm gonna use is a sort of salmon-y pinky colour to match my outfit. So I think as a base colour, I might go a little bit deeper and perhaps use the plum colour here at the top. And same brush underneath. This is a good one for covering up dark circles when you're hungover as well. This is a classic me move. If you can't hide it, put glitter on it. And I'm literally just blending out a little bit wider in like an underneath flick there. Next is the fun bit. I'm gonna use the glitter, and one of my favorites. You can get glitter from absolutely anywhere. I wouldn't recommend craft glitter because it's not safe to be used around the eyes. One of my favorites is the Kryolan glitters. They have 3 different pointillism sizes, so small, medium and large. This is the largest one, and it's a kind of salmon and gold colour. So I'm just going to use the Stargazer Glitter Fix Gel. So I'm just patting this on over the top of my eyeshadow base, and then I'm going to get the glitter. Ooh. And I'm literally just gonna sort of flip it on like this and just pat it down. See? Glitter Cry. The more the merrier. Put a glitter on it. There. Okay. Now you're crying galaxies. Next I'm gonna do a little bit of gel liner just to give the lids a bit more definition. If you wanted to go more defined with the socket line, then you can go back in with the colour that you've used underneath, or a contrasting colour, and just use the little fluffy brush and go into the socket line in little circular movements. There. And blend. Blend, blend, blend. Blend for your life. How high you want to take the little blended wings on the side is up to you. You could just stop them here, you could bring them all the way up the cheekbone and run along with the contour here. This is a typical me move. Diamante, of course. So I'm actually going to use an insider trick here using my Lipcote, which is marketed as a lipstick sealant. It's kind of like a clear nail varnish for a top coat on your lipstick and makes it waterproof. But instead I'm going to use it, there's a little bottle there. Instead I'm going to use it to actually apply my Diamante. So we're going to use this again later on to seal the lips. So it's another multitask product, which means that your makeup bag will be super small. Okay, I'm going to pick one up with my little tweezers here, like that, and then I am going to get a tiny bit of lip coat, and I'm going to just do this and put a little bit on the back. Dry it off a little, and then stick it wherever you want on your face. For example, I quite like doing it just in the center of your eyes here. There. So I'm gonna use a liquid liner now instead of a gel liner, because let's face it, who can actually be bothered to use a gel liner when you're trying to move as quickly as possible and get out of that tent? So I'm going to use Illamasqua Scribe, which is a white liner actually, and I'm just going to go in and do a little flick, starting on the inside corner, and just following along. May need a little mirror for this. A little flick. There we go. So I would recommend using a waterproof mascara for a festival, obviously. It's gonna be raining, there's gonna be beer around, and you are gonna want something for durability. So my favorite all-time mascara is probably Dior Blackout, and you can get a waterproof version of that. So I'm just gonna go straight in and go wild and crazy. I like lots of mascara. I like the old school spoolie brushes. I'm not a big fan of the new latex pointy peaked ones. And bottom lashes as well. Don't forget. There we go. Gives it a little bit more depth. Lip-wise, if you think there's too much happening up here and you want to do something nude down here, you can use the same product that you used to cover up the discoloration under your eyes, which is the Androgen cream pigment. It's a multi-purpose pigment, so you could even use it for blusher, eyeshadow, eyeshadow base, lip colour. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna use my Lipcote again, and I'm just gonna go quickly around the outside of my lip line instead of using a lip liner. So again, it's one less product you have to take with you. And it causes like an invisible, can you see? An invisible barrier around the outside of your lipstick so that it doesn't bleed or feather up your face. For my lip colour, everyone has personal preference, but if I want something to stay on that I don't have to top up all day, I think it would probably be in the strain of the really popular gloss to mattes at the moment. And in this case, I would love to use Lime Crime, but I've completely depleted all my sources and just ordered some more. So a good dupe is the MUA Academy Luxe, probably £4. Kooky, which is very appropriate, gloss to matte, and you can apply it straight onto your lip. Don't worry about fiddling around with brushes and things. It dries really quickly and you can go off all day and gallivant and stuff your face. You know, burgers, not a problem. Beer, also not a problem. Talking whilst doing this, it's not a problem. So you don't even need a lip liner because it's such a solid colour. See, and it matches my eye makeup. Purple is a really good colour to make green pop because I've got green hair and I've got green eyebrows and green eyes. Getting there. Get that porn star pout. If you think you have a skinny top lip, no problem, that's me. I'm just going around the outside. Blot. Lip coat again to make it water resistant. So that is my Space Grunge Glitter Cry to cover up the multitude of sins from your all-night partying at your festival, you grot bag. So you have the ombre brows, we've got glitter covering up the bags, we've got extra diamonds for super twinkles to catch the eye of your favourite music stars, a little soft cut crease, and your water resistant matte plum lip in Kooky. I did this whole look using 4 brushes. Pretty good. You could probably whittle it down to 3. Wait, that's a complete lie. That's a lie. It's these 4 brushes. Okay, hang on. I did this entire look with 4 brushes, these 4 brushes. I'm lying again, I did it with 5 brushes. Okay, right. I did this whole look with 5 brushes, which if you compact them, they only take up this much room in your bag, in your festival bag, which is amazing. So the final stage for this look will be to set your makeup. We've all got our favorite fixer sprays, we're all really familiar with them. This one's mine, it's the Derma Fixer Spray from Charles Fox London. It's a bit brutal because it's an aerosol, but it will literally waterproof your makeup, so it feels like you're being done in the face with fly spray, but it will keep it on for all day. Amazing. Yep, so that's it. Okay. And that is my look. This is Lex, from your place to outer space. And remember, be your own flying saucer. Save yourself.